Hello! Welcome back to my channel. Today I really wanted to talk about the game Ghost of Tsushima. Let's just get into why I love this game and how I think it compares to other games. So, you start off the game and immediately from the opening scene you are already introduced to the idea that this is not just like a battle-y game and there's a lot of story and a lot of character that you're gonna see, but I didn't expect just how much character there's gonna be in this game. Number one, the UI. The UI of this game is fantastic. And the fact that whilst you're exploring, your screen just clears up and you're able to fully see just the plains and the world around you is amazing. Number two, the birds. I love the yellow birds. So when you're walking around the land, there's going to be a little chirp that you hear, and then a bird is going to lead you to some place on the map that is like a point of interest. It really plays well into the way the map is made into the game, because you have the large map with very small little icons that make you, first of all, appreciate the distance that you are traveling. You don't feel overwhelmed by this map at any point. Such a stark contrast to other open worlds such as Horizon Zero Dawn, that is just a huge map filled with so many icons that ultimately mean nothing. Whereas in Ghost of Tsushima, it's like, as long as you go and you're finding the thing you want, then the map will tell you that it's there, but it's also a very small icon, so it doesn't overwhelm the map. You still have a vision of the land, which is fantastic. I genuinely love the way that the map is done. I love the wind mechanic. So when you're playing Ghost of Tsushima, again, in the way that it integrates with the map system, is you can like slide on your joystick, Joy-Con, whatever it's called, and a wind will start blowing in the direction that you have decided to go to, which is your current quest marker. This is so wonderful. Probably around 15 hours into the game, I realized that I don't even need to open the map. I am so used to having to click on the map like every 30 seconds to make sure I know where I'm going, even though I've seen where the path should be, but you just click. You're always like, okay, open map, okay, I'm in the right way, close map, open map, okay, I'm in the right way, close map. And in Ghost of Tsushima, you don't need to do that. You just slide up and the wind guides you and you can go wherever you need to be. And that perfectly integrates with the birds because, again, whilst you're going somewhere, a bird is going to guide you to a place nearby on your way there, so that you're going to see more of the map by looking less at it, which is incredible. I genuinely love this mechanic, and it makes you feel like you're actually part of the world. It makes you appreciate the world that you're in. And that's something that, until I played this game, I hadn't realized doesn't happen very often with open worlds. Second, combat. The combat is incredible. Oh my god. This combat is fun. There's three systems that you need to put your points into, and one of those systems is the most important system, which is the different stances. And if you play through the first 25 hours, I think that's around the time you're gonna already have it all. I'm pretty sure that they coded it in a way that when you unlock a new stance, you're gonna start having more enemies that require that stance to be used, which is such a fantastic way to teach you how to play the game organically and without like patronizing you. Like, there are a lot of games that you get a new skill and they give you this like pause screen with a demonstration of the skill, and then they give you a little like, okay, you were already here, so let's have you train for this skill. Like, Ghost of Tsushima does the exact same thing, but without it feeling like it does the exact same thing. You get the new skill, and on the next camp you're gonna fight anyways. It just so happens to have more enemies that need you to use that skill. And you're gonna need to use it. I think that's the fantastic thing about this game, is like, it feels so good to fight, and it feels so good to know what you're doing. And you know what you're doing. You always know what you need to do to win a fight, and it never feels unfair. If you lose a fight, you know that you didn't play well. I think the last game I enjoyed the combat nearly as much as this one was God of War. And God of War's combat is just completely different. It has nothing to do with this, but it was very fun to play, and this style of combat was just fantastic, and by the end of the game you're gonna feel so cool using this combat. And also what I love about this game is that like it challenges you throughout, but you never feel like you don't know why. So the first time I encountered this was at the start of Act 2. You're gonna fight these 6 Ronin, which are essentially mini bosses that are quite difficult to fight, and the first one that I encountered was so hard. I didn't have the quest yet for it even. I just randomly saw him and I fought him and it was so hard. I switched to easy mode just so I can beat him, and then I was very happy. I even took a screenshot of me managing to beat him because he was so hard. Then I got the quest and I decided to leave it for a little later. I upgraded my gear. I learned a little better how to fight the combat, and then I went on to actually do the quest, and every consequent fight was probably some of the most fun I had in the game, and it didn't feel overly difficult or anything. But the thing I love about it is that because that first one was so hard, every next one that I actually managed to beat them, and most of them I beat them on the first try, I felt like I genuinely progressed. Like I had learned how to play this game. I had genuinely progressed to a better player because I know that these are the same type of enemy as the first one that was hard, but now they are cool and fun. Like you feel so cool playing it. Like the samurai, I am the ghost. I love that there's a limited amount of weapons. This is a game that does not overwhelm you with here's a battle axe, here's a sword, here is a short sword, there's a dagger, there's a thing, and you have to choose which weapon you want to use and know all the different stats and stances and is it slow, is it fast, how much DPS, blah blah blah. No, I love that this game just decided to cleanly do a combat that is perfectionistically, perfectly detailed, without needing to do any of the jazz. Right, you have 3 weapons. A sword, a longbow, and a short bow. That's it. And I love that every cosmetic change that you make is completely irrelevant to the power stats you have. It's just a cosmetic change. Yeah, people just want different colors when they want to change up what they're playing. So let's just give them different colors and leave the weapons as they are and make good weapons. My favorite weapon is the longbow because I don't know why, but I always default to a shadow archer. Even in Zelda where you can't technically do that, I still default to a shadow archer. So the shadow archer in Ghost of Tsushima is actually fantastic. You can definitely play as a shadow archer in here and it's so much fun. Let's actually get to my absolute favorite part of this game, because I feel like everything else in this game is a supporting element to make you truly appreciate the storytelling. My favorite part about this game is that it made side quests feel like they're essential to the main story. But they're side quests. But all of these characters' stories are so fantastically interwoven into the main quest. And that's amazing to say. These characters are essential to your main quest, and you're gonna meet these characters regardless of whether or not you play the side stories. But their side stories are so cool and they're so engaging and interesting that you're going to go and do them because you just want to. My favorite one was definitely Masako. There was so much drama and trauma and all of the different, like, it weaves and flows, and it's so good. And I love that they actually dispersed them all throughout the 3 acts of the main quest, and because the main quest kind of moves through different areas. But in the game itself, the world feels really big because of all the different things I've talked about. How the map makes the markers small, so you're not overwhelmed. You really feel like there's a lot of world out there. The random encounters, the storytelling that you're gonna see, the birds that lead you to different places, the little shrines that you have to climb up to and explore. It's like the world really feels alive and large, and all of it is helped by everything else in the game. And I feel like they really understood how to interweave all of these different elements of a game to make the experience memorable. A lot of these quests feel like genuine interesting stories that you want to hear. There were a couple random side quests that were actually entire location quests. So you go to a specific location and you find out that something's wrong about a village or a place, and you're gonna have to go through a quest to understand the story of the village. It's not a quest. Like, it doesn't feel like a quest. There is no one giving you the quest. You just go there and you're like, oh my god, what's happening here? And you pretty much go to the NPCs and talk to them, and they tell you what's going on, and you want to help. Like, that's how good it feels to play these quests. They don't feel like quests. They feel like, oh my god, how can I help? This is what I have to say about Ghost of Tsushima. It was genuinely an incredible game, and I think it redefined, or more like reused and improved upon a lot of the aspects of open world that genuinely make it probably one of my favorite games, which I really didn't expect to say, because to me this was gonna be one of those, yeah, look how cool and hardcore I am because I play difficult games, you know. But no, it's fantastic. This is genuinely fantastic. You really feel for all of these characters, and the way that the mechanics and the UI is designed is fantastic. So I genuinely recommend this game to anyone who wants to try it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you being here. Please subscribe, like, do whatever you want, and I'll see you probably really soon. Bye!